Hello, thank you for joining us today. We are Gold Coast Group 9. My name is Ayane Sato. I'm second year student studying aviation management. This presentation will compare the business practices and impact of Apple and Union Bank of Switzerland. To begin, let me introduce the members of our group. I'm Ayane. I will explain an overview of Apple and UBS. Next, Chihiro will explain the organizational structure, and Catherine will explain the potential issue, how to manage them, and the likely differences. Pascal will explain the technological, legislative, and geopolitical impact. Finally, I will conclude by summarizing the main points of our presentation. This presentation will take approximately 10 minutes. Let's start with an overview of Apple. Apple is a global technology firm based in the United States that has transformed the technology industry by developing innovative computer software, personal computers, tablets, smartphones, and accessories. Next, I will give an overview of UBS. Union Bank of Switzerland is a global investment bank based in Switzerland that offers financial services such as wealth management, investment banking, and asset management, demonstrating its commitment to innovation and technology.
In my slide, I will discuss about organizational structure. Let's start with Apple. Apple operates under a functional structure, dividing the company into departments like marketing, engineering, finance, and operations. This specialization allows teams to focus on their expertise, ensuring high-quality product development. Now, let's look at UBS. UBS uses a matrix structure, combining functional and divisional elements. Employees are organized by functions such as investment banking or wealth management, while also reporting to regional managers based on their location. This dual system enhances flexibility and local responsiveness, but can complicate decision making. Now let's compare these structures. There are some similarities. Hierarchical management, focus on specialization, efficiency in operations, and global business focuses. Let's look at how Apple and UBS compare in terms of their organizational structure. At first, Apple is centralized, meaning decisions come from the top to move down the chain. This helps Apple make quick, focused decisions. On the other hand, UBS had a dual reporting system where employees report to both a functional and a regional manager. This gives UBS flexibility, but it can slow decision making. Second, Apple's management is simple and efficient, as it focuses on specific product line. UBS structure, however, is more complex because of the multiple reporting lines. Finally, Apple's centralized approach helps it innovate quickly, while UBS matrix structure allows it to adapt to local market, but the cost of slower decision making.
In my slides, I will talk through how Apple and UBS face potential issues that relate to the intercultural, ethical, and human resource management, starting with the potential issues that might be present. Intercultural issues for Apple can be the global marketing and their communication styles, as they must go through cultural preferences to ensure effective engagement and successful marketing. For UBS, it can be the client sensitivity and navigating global markets to use their services for diverse client needs and comply with regulations for different cultural expectations. Ethical issues towards Apple can be their work practices and environmental responsibility, where they need to work for improvement and keeping up with their environmental goals. Data privacy and sustainability can be an issue for UBS as they need to protect client information under strict regulations while also needing to stick towards sustainable finances. Issues for human resource management in Apple can be the cultural workplace and work-life balances where they need to create an inclusive environment and meet flexible employee demands, whereas for UBS it can be their diversity, inclusion, and performance management to aim for a fair workplace and ensure that their performance is supportive and inclusive. To manage these potential issues, Apple and UBS can implement effective strategies so that these issues do not arise. This is where we can now look at how to manage these issues. Apple's intercultural issues can be managed by localizing their marketing campaigns to match cultural values and offering staff communication training on effective cultural communication skills. For UBS, these issues can be managed by also providing training for cultural competence and thoroughly using marketing research to understand local regulations and diverse client needs. Ethical issues that Apple may face can be managed by implementing supportive programs promoting well-being and engagement in the workplace, including their plan to recycle and renew Apple materials for their sustainable goals. UBS can manage these issues by using data protection for client confidentiality and using sustainable frameworks to increase environmentally friendly practices. Apple can manage these human resource management issues by having set and clear diversity goals for an inclusive environment and offer flexible work arrangements to accommodate employee needs. Finally, Apple and UBS are likely to encounter these issues due to their different industries. Different issues likely for these businesses can be the environment plans and marketing that Apple sets and the data privacy and cultural worth ethics that UBS builds on. In summary, both Apple and UBS face these potential issues that can determine what may happen to their business. However, these potential issues can be faced by using effective strategies to help maintain and manage potential issues in their business.
I will discuss how technological, legislative, and geopolitical changes impact Apple and UBS and whether these experiences differ. This graph on the left shows key aspects like innovation pressure, disruptive tech, data security, operational efficiency, and AI integration. Apple, on one hand, faces high pressure to innovate with AI in products like the Apple Vision Pro. They are also affected by disruptive technologies and data security challenges, particularly regarding consumer privacy. UBS, on the other hand, is undergoing digital transformation driven by fintech like AI and blockchain. They focus on operational efficiency, automation, and data security for compliance with AI used in risk management and client services. In summary, Apple focuses on continuous innovation, while UBS emphasizes digital transformation and operational efficiency in finance. Now let's look at how legislative changes affect Apple and UBS. This graph highlights key areas like regulatory compliance, taxation, antitrust pressure, data privacy, and sustainability regulations. Apple faces strong antitrust pressure, especially with its App Store. In addition, it must comply with strict data privacy laws like GDPR. Sustainability regulations also push Apple to develop more eco-friendly, long-lasting products. On the other hand, UBS deals with strict financial regulations such as Basel III and AML. They also face high global tax burdens. While antitrust is less of an issue, data privacy remains crucial due to the sensitive nature of financial data. In summary, Apple focuses on antitrust, data privacy, and sustainability, while UBS emphasizes financial regulations and tax compliance, highlighting the distinct challenge in their industries. Now, let's look at how geopolitical changes affect Apple and UBS, focusing on trade wars, market access, sanctions, supply chains, and currency fluctuations. Apple's supply chain is vulnerable to trade wars, especially between the US and China. Market access in places like China is limited by local regulations. Currency fluctuations also impact the international sales. UBS faces sanctions risks in regions like Russia and Iran, limiting transactions. They are also sensitive to market access and regulations. Currency fluctuations affect their global investments. Apple faces geopolitical risk primarily through its global supply chain and reliance on international markets for production and sales, whereas UBS exposure is more on regulatory and market risks linked to geopolitics in the financial sector.
Finally, I will summarize the main points of this presentation. The first part, it was explained that Apple's centralized strategy promotes rapid innovation, while UBS matrix structure allows adaptation to local markets at the expense of decision-making delays. The second part explained how Apple and UBS face existential issues related to cross-cultural, ethical, and human resource management. Both Apple and UBS face issues that could potentially affect their business. However, these potential problems can be dealt with by using effective strategy to contain and manage potential problems in the industry. The third part described the impact of technological, legal, and geopolitical changes on Apple and UBS. Apple focuses on continuous innovation with a focus on antitrust, data privacy, and sustainability. The geopolitical risks it faced were mainly through its global supply chain and reliance on international markets for production and sales. UBS focused digital transformation and operational efficiency in finance, emphasizing financial regulation and tax compliance, and exposures were on regulatory and market risks related to geopolitics in the financial sector.